process of painting has been so painful. Checkerboard. Checkerboard is really difficult. Been at it for hours, but I've been using a paintbrush to border out the squares instead of using painter's tape because I don't know. This is a fun project, why not? And also the inspector is coming in tomorrow and I don't really have enough time to go in and paint in the white areas over again, and so I'm just doing it slowly and individually until I'm done. There probably was supposed to be a better way to do this, but I just couldn't think of a better way in the short amount of time that I have, but I'm getting through it. Hi, it's been a couple of weeks. I have moved into my house and it's still a bit of a mess right now. But I unfortunately have a little bit of bad news. I lost my cat Ruby while I was either I was bringing things in or taking a package in from outside. She somehow, or I just didn't catch it, she moved past me and ran out. I have been looking for her currently while making this video for at least 4 days now. I've done everything that I can to try and find her. Apparently it's very common for cats to escape if they are moved into a new and different environment. Um, Unfortunately, I was so stressed out, and with all the rush of like trying to get everything in and also starting a new job, um, all of that on top of also going and preparing for an art market too, on top of it, really did not make me think about like the repercussions of like, oh, I mean, how would Ruby feel with all of this? And I mean, me thinking like the worst of it is really just her moving, like me moving her into the space. And then when she's here, um, either she'll like hide or embrace the new place. And when we finally got to our house, she she walked around to every room and looked around, and it was really cute and really sweet how she would just look around and was like, this is mine? And I'm like, yes it is, it's yours. um I'm so upset that she didn't get to embrace. Sorry, um camera cut out again. uh embrace the new place. I have not been sleeping or eating well since she's been gone. And I know like a lot of people tell me like, oh well, she's a cat, she's very smart, she'll eventually come back, and don't worry, she's very resilient, and they always come back. Cats always come back. And there's a part of me that believes that because it is their homing instinct. And um they can smell things from miles away, and um they have incredible hearing too. So if I do keep walking around my new neighborhood and call for her and shake treats, maybe she'll come. I know a lot of people have said shaking treats doesn't really help, but I'm doing my best here. And if it's something to help her coax out of like any like dark place, I would want to carry that around with me just in case. Um I The thing is, she also has upper respiratory issues. And I remember, well, what that means, it's kind of like a cat cold, upper respiratory infection. For cats is kind of like a cold that comes in and out in waves. And the day after I lost Ruby, there was a really cold, rainy storm, and the entire time, all I could think about was her, and I was trapped at work, and I still can't stay at home to look for her while I'm doing my job because I'm still new, and it hasn't been during the time that I've been there. I haven't even worked like 2 weeks. It's funny how I moved into my place and then started my new job like in 2 weeks. I mean, it feels unreal that she's gone. And it's so hard to go to bed and think she's going to be there. And then when I wake up, she's not. And then when I leave for work, I usually say goodbye to her and tell her have a good day. And I don't do that now. I stand at the door and I look back at my house and I'm like, I can't even. My plan for moving in here was mostly to focus on art and do some things for future art markets and try some new things. But right now it's so hard for me to pick up my sketchbook, flip through the pages, and try to start drawing, because one of the things that I did draw in my sketchbook was Ruby. And usually what's on my mind in the moment is what I draw in my sketchbook, and all I can think about now is Ruby. And I can't bring myself to draw her. I can't even like look at her things either. It's awful. This is awful. This is horrible. I'm trying to stay positive though, and convince myself that things are going to work out. Things are going to be okay. Because she may or may not come back. And I can't control the outcome of that. I can only control what I can handle right now. And I'm sorry if this is very personal, but she is my family. She has lived with me for 6 years, or 5 to 6 years. And for me to start this chapter off with possibly losing one of my loved ones kind of feels like a nightmare to me. This is kind of a nightmare. I am so sorry that this is so serious. I just and I may draw a comic about it though. I know I've said that. I just don't. I miss her so much. I miss her so much, and I've cried so much. I've cried every single day now. I just hope that she's okay. Knowing that unfortunately the other thing about it is that I live in a place where there's so many stray cats. I thought that would be a great thing because then when I go to work, she wouldn't be lonely. There'd be so many cats outside that she could look at and go like, hey, there's others, there's other me's out there. Now I'm extremely regretting it now because I can't find her because of how territorial cats are. And also I've learned that there are coyotes and foxes where I live now. And even though I'm kind of skeptical about it because if we have foxes and coyotes, why are there so many cats? And I wonder if she is doing okay, because anyway, I just hope she comes back soon. And by the time this video passes, maybe I'll have her back. I don't know. I hope she's okay. So, happy spring equinox. It's been 8 days, or 9, since Ruby ran away. I have like a massive headache. I'm doing all that I can to find her. I have put up posters, I have put posts up on Facebook, I have basically done multiple walks around my neighborhood almost every day. I always check under my porch and under my back porch and my garage and all the hiding places around my house to find her. I've woken up at the crack of dawn just to look for her, and I've gone at night to look for her too. I'm very thankful that that my neighborhood is really safe, and I actually literally I could do night walks all the time here. It's amazing. And I've even set up a camera at my front door just in case if she does appear on my porch, I can spot her and have a better idea where she is, or maybe catch her in the act of eating food. I've been doing my best to take care of myself through this, even though it's been really hard to eat and sleep. My parents came by today to help me with my house. They helped me put up the shelf above my knives. And they also helped me with my fence that was actually falling down on my neighbor's yard. It was encroaching on them, and I felt really bad because we had so much rain and bad weather. Luckily, the ground was so soft. We took down part of the fence that was falling apart. And my stepdad, he's really good at carpentry, and he's really good at, he had a degree in not agriculture, but architecture and structure and all that stuff. He's very skilled at that, and he helped prop my fence up today. They even gave me treats, which was really sweet. They got me cookies and marshmallows and apples. I really appreciate that. I've also been spending a little bit more time with family. I made a pie with my cousin. First time making apple pie, and we did a pretty good job. They were also going through a pretty hard time also. I hope they're doing okay, and they're safe, because it sounded like from their situation they were having they we're just about to get out of a toxic relationship, and hopefully now they have their own place and moved out away from them. But I'm very tired, and I feel like I'm sort of starting to lose hope and like thinking that Ruby will come back someday. Because even though people have told me cats always come back, they're very resilient. They're, even if they have like upper respiratory issues, some cats do come back. Sometimes it takes months. I talked to one of my coworkers, and she said, and she rescues cats, that one of her neighbor's cats did not come back until 6 months later, after their owner searched and finally gave up, and one night their cat was scratching on their door, and it looked like they were getting away from somebody, but apparently they were just hiding out in a barn down near where they lived, like maybe like a half a mile away. But I'm sorry if this video has been really sad. This has been a really sad vlog. I was really hoping this would be cool and exciting for me to have a new space to share with Ruby, and this has been really hard. And I also got a new job. I'm no longer a delivery driver. I am now working as I assemble medical tools now for endoscopy, which is really cool. Like, one of the things that I tell myself is that I want to make as many cool things as possible, and why not make cool things that also help people? But starting this new job has been also really hard on me, because while I'm there, I can't tell my manager that I need to go home as quickly as possible because I need to look for my cat, because it's a new job. I don't have the ability to tell them, like, hey, this happened, and I can't have PTO unless I tell them I'm sick, and I'm not sick. I can't lie about that. But I still wanted to like do something fun with this video. And since it is spring equinox, and it's nice and warm outside, I think I might plant some bushes near the part of the fence that we knocked down this morning, and maybe add some plants in the yard. And maybe if I work outside, maybe she'll come back. I don't know. I'm just, I think about the one quote from Adventure Time when Jake is talking to Finn about relationships and stuff. And Finn came out of this pillow fort and he had a wild time. I actually remember watching that episode and I was just like, what the fuck? But one of the things that he was saying, like, you're making up, like, made up stories and made up problems. You see this cup, and he throws the cup out of the window and he's like, that was my favorite cup. I don't see it. It's no longer in my life anymore. I don't care about it. He didn't say I don't care about it, but it's no longer, it's like out of sight, out of mind, don't worry about it. I feel like I am rushing into the backyard, trying to pick up the pieces of that mug and put it back together as best as I can, and look through the mud and the rain just to put the pieces back together. That's what this feels like. It feels hopeless. But I don't want to give up. And Ruby meant so much to me, and she lived with me for 6 years. She would have been 10 in May. On May 9th. That's her birthday. I loved her so much. I love her still. And I still want to believe that she's going to come back and she's alive. But she also could have decided that she liked to be outdoors. And maybe somebody had picked her up and took her in. Because she is friendly. And she loves to explore. Give her the world, but now she can embrace it. And hopefully she's okay. But I am going to run to the store and might get some bushes and some plants and do some planting outside. Might as well. Okay, so I am back from Lowe's. I got myself a few plants. And so I got myself a blackberry and butterfly bush. It took me a while to figure out what I really wanted to plant, because originally I wanted something more native to my state, and also wanted to help bring back fireflies, because fireflies are sort of going extinct in my state, and I wanted to help out with the environment. So that's why I got the butterfly bush. I am gonna probably purchase online some like oak wood hydrangeas, and those are hydrangeas that have like oak shaped leaves,
They just didn't have them in store. Because I guess Lowe's only carries what it can carry. Well, it's almost 4:30. I should probably get back home and put these guys into the ground before it gets dark. But yes, let's do this. Also, I forgot to mention, I wanted to grab some blueberry bushes, but apparently they need more acidic soil for them, so I couldn't really plant them together with the butterfly bush and the blackberry bush. So I had to leave those out, and I do eventually want to plant blueberries, but that'll probably be a project for another time. Once I decide on where I would want to put them. But yeah. That looks pretty good. Okay, one down, one more to go. It's getting so hot right now, there's so many mosquitoes. Already, mosquitoes. Beautiful roots. Well, I did the best that I could do. Not sure what to do with all this dirt, but I'm gonna spread it out and hope for the best. Can I grab it? Can I grab this? One fist. No, I can't do it. Also, before anybody says it, they're like, what about the moss? The moss! I have like a ton of moss in my front yard, so no worries. I got tons of it. Fuck Bowie. Where is it? Okay. Into the bush we go. It's very hard doing this all in one hand. I'm trying not to stab the plant. Also trying not to hurt myself. Did I get it? Did I get him? Nope. Okay. Shoot. Got him. But yeah, it's a lavender butterfly bush. Hopefully these two will grow up big and strong. I also picked the blackberry bush because I know it's pet friendly.
Cavalier, you didn't used to be so cavalier. Cavalier, you didn't used to be so cavalier. Barefoot in the truck, racing the coastline. You took the laces of your boots and tied them on mine. Close up to my ear, every moment spent. I know you were sincere, and every word you meant. Cavalier, you didn't used to be so cavalier. Cavalier, didn't used to be so cavalier.
Like they don't like move there yet.
Cavalier, didn't used to be so cavalier. Cavalier.
Be my go-to.
I just wanted to cycle back because I know that this video has been really depressing, and this has been sort of like a really hard time in my life, and I'm trying to like keep going with my business and try to make art every day. I used to draw like every single day, and I haven't drawn in a week just because which is not it's not too big of a deal, but this is definitely has affected me and my energy, and it's hard losing something that may or may not come back. Someone that you love, or that may or may not come back. So I'm sort of giving like a small PSA to those who are like either moving to a new place and that have pets also. Just make sure that your pet is doing okay while you're making the move. Also keep an eye on your pets while you are going through this transition. I'm sorry, I picked the wrong time to do my laundry. Hang on. There we go, that's better. My place is still a mess because I'm still unpacking because yeah, it's only been a couple of weeks since I've moved in. But with that said, keeping an eye on your pets while you're going through while moving, because for one, if you either have a dog or a cat, you're basically just taking them away from their home, and they don't understand that, and they're just like, okay, I'm in a new place, what's this? And it's very common for pets to run away from home around this time. Also, the fact that if you're still unpacking, it also creates a stressful situation for your pet, because it changes up their routine, and if their space doesn't feel like home yet, then that gives them an indication of like, this doesn't feel right, I need to escape somehow. I mean, for my cat, she has always been very explorative, and I think I've already said that. So I already had the thought of like, okay, I need to pay attention to her while she's at the door, or like if she's close to it, because I know that I'll probably have to like shoo her away, or whenever I'm coming in, I would have to like keep my hand down where her face could be to make sure like she doesn't bolt. But during the time, she wasn't really like running towards the door when I was like arriving, and so that got my guard down, and I just was like, okay, so she's still adjusting to her new environment, but I think I was just carrying in a package that I got from the porch, and I just did not check to see if she was actually behind me, and I think that's how she escaped. And I was pretty stressed out during this time too, because I was also, I mean, like, I have a new place, I got a new job, new environment, I got a lot of stuff to unpack. So I already had like so many other things on my mind, so I couldn't really keep up with that. And it's really easy for you to get caught up in that sort of situation. Again, sorry if this video is really depressing. I still have hope in finding her, or maybe she'll come back home. I did attempt today to like do a little bit of wood burning, but my wood burner sort of like it died on me. I'm not sure why, if it's like a faulty wire or like maybe the tip wasn't completely screwed in, but this is what I have so far. It's just a little beetle holding a star. This is like my first attempt at doing wood burning. It's definitely a time-consuming process. I'm just so used to doing things fast that this has definitely been like, oh, I actually have to take my time to make these lines, which is very relaxing. But hopefully I'll finish this in the future. I mean, like, I know it seems like I'm still it's hard. It's really hard. And people tell me like, you can still keep looking for her and still go on with your life, and I'm sort of trying to do that. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying my best to like do things that actually make me feel good. But I guess, I mean, for right now, I hope people can understand that maybe I might not be so focused on doing my business and stuff. It might be a little bit more of a struggle for me. And I hope people can understand that. I don't know if I actually want to take a break from doing art or doing vlogs, but I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going and see what happens, because at this point, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if my cat is gonna come back or not. I'm in a new place. I have a new job. I don't know. I'm in the I don't know moment in my life. This is both horrible, awful, and great, but mostly horrible. That's how I'm feeling right now. I feel horrible and sad, and I want to be happy and excited to like start this new experience, but this is, I have to keep going. So I don't know. But yeah, I'm just gonna end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you for listening to me ramble a little bit about how I'm feeling and how I'm sort of experiencing all of this. I feel like part of my experience is part of my creative journey, because art comes from life and experience, and this is my life right now. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next video.